Hello, families, and welcome to the Davis Physical Education Back to School Night presentation. We are happy to have you. Let me introduce you to our PE team. Going from left to right on your screen, we have Mr. Rousser. Next to Mr. Rousser, we have Miss White. They are 7th grade PE teachers for us here at Davis. And we have myself, Miss Benson, and below Mr. Acosta, we are the 8th grade PE teachers here at Davis. Your biggest question is probably going to be, how are my students going to be participating in PE? And during our block scheduling, we'll be using many online platforms to support our program. We'll be using FitnessGram, BrainPop, Google Meet, Google Classroom, Nearpod, and student-paced fitness components. Your biggest question is probably, what is Nearpod? So we have a little demo on the side. Nearpod allows us to present a lesson to your student and track their participation within the lesson. So we have a little lesson down here on the bottom, and you can see we have some student examples in there. And these are some of the activities that we have your students working on in class. And this is the teacher side of things, so you can see what we see. So we see all of your students putting in answers, and we get to see their collaborations. This is a collaboration on the bottom with everybody kind of answering some questions that we put up. So this will be a large part of their participation grade. So we'll do a deep dive on a lot of the following units: health, components of fitness, nutrition, healthy habits, hygiene, body systems, sports and history, some of the legends, social, emotional learning, mindfulness, and the importance of exercise.
So another question you probably have is, being that it's PE, we should also do some physical stuff. So that's an important part of PE. What we'll be doing is we'll do it student paced. So the first part of the day when with them will be us on a live lesson with them learning the stuff that Ms. Benson just spoke about. After that, we'll let them go on their own and we'll assign them a workout for the day. So we'll start, if you look on the video there, we're doing a little stretch routine that we'll start them off with. And then they'll have a workout twice a week. First part of the week and then the second part of the week, 2 different workouts that they'll do. They'll also have fitness challenges, some fitness testing, and then hopefully the family will be involved. So we'll get you involved as well. You get a chance to maybe hold their feet for sit-ups and count for them, or count for their push-ups. So you're also involved in the process with them. So we kind of get the whole family involved. We've also done, for like line dancing in the past, we've had parents involved. So we may put you in work for that as well.
Grading this year, or while we're doing distance learning, is going to be 50% participation, 20% cognitive, and 30% skill. In regards to participation, a big component is going to be making sure that your student shows up on time, is signed into Google Meets, and following the norms along with expectations. Participation for the day will generally revolve around your students reflecting on engagement activities, whatever learning platform that we're using for the day. A cognitive component at 20% will be assigning your child different assignments to read, reflect on, along with goal settings through the time that we are doing distance learning. And then last will be, like Mr. Rousser mentioned earlier, skill. So they will get a weekly workout, whether it's yoga, warm-up stretching, and making sure that they document their results in a Google Classroom.
While your students are with us in their Google Meets for about 45 to 50 minutes each day, or twice a week, our expectations of them is that they will be on time. We hope that they can log in maybe even a couple minutes early. They have a quiet place that's appropriate, not in bed, not with any other kids in your family or distractions for them. We want to make sure that their computer is charged, their camera is on, they have headphones if possible. We want to make sure that they're wearing appropriate clothing, sitting up straight. We want them to be in camera view so we can take roll, and we'll be taking roll and doing video checks throughout the hour that we're with them. If they're not talking or if there's any distractions on, that they can mute themselves. We also want them to participate. We want them to be involved in the lesson, attentive and focused, and use the chat box appropriately, not to necessarily chat with their friends, but any concerns that come up, be able to communicate clearly, staying on topic, and then, of course, always being respectful and kind and considerate of others. Another avenue of communication we have for you guys and for your child is we have created a PE website. As you can see, here's a little video of us. It has links to each of our teacher websites that you can see on there, a little bit about our program, and eventually we'll have a link for the after school sports coming soon. So we also, as you can see on there, have our own Davis PE YouTube channel, which we'll get to in a minute, but there's a link on there. There is a tab at the top that says About Us. This will send you to our a page where you can find our email addresses, our phone extensions. Obviously, right now in distance learning, email is going to be the best. Here is a little resource locker. It shows kind of like a drop zone for all of us teachers that we use in each of our classes. A PE handbook that talks about our program. We have a locker room contract for when eventually we come back to school. Uniforms, when we're absent, there's different fitness tools on there, which we can calculate their BMI. And then down towards the bottom, as you get to the blue area, you'll see each of our units has like a study guide for all of the sports that they'll learn and different activities through there. A little bit of square dance, a little bit of line dance, street hockey, some fun sports. And then at the top, the last tab that's available right now is the workouts. So right now, you saw a little bit earlier in the presentation, the stretch routine. The students have access to this not only on the YouTube channel, but also on here. And it has an example with it all written out with each of the stretches. And as the workouts go on, we'll be posting them there as well. We appreciate you coming to our presentation. If you have any questions, take a look at the schedule. You can go to your students' Google Classroom, and at the top, you'll see a link on there that will take you to a Google Meet. If you have any questions or want to come on and say hi, we're happy to meet you and answer any questions. Otherwise, feel free to send us an email, and we'll see you soon.